You know where I should go if I want to submit my thesis physically?
Oh.
Well, the deadline's tomorrow.
Was that me getting very awkwardly caught off guard by the freaking submission process of my PhD thesis? Yes. Did I actually get someone to film me doing it? Also yes, because, you know, it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing, right? Unless... wait, let's not think about that. Yeah, welcome to another one of my occasional language learning updates kind of video, where I talk more openly and less scriptedly about what I've been up to, how I've been doing that kind of stuff, instead of my usual, you know, just telling you stuff, right? Getting you information, reading from my teleprompter, like that. So it's the usual fare, except, you know, this time it's a special occasion, considering I just submitted my PhD thesis, and also it's my birthday tomorrow, so like, it's a double whammy for you guys, and for me, kind of for me as well, not just for you guys, but you know, we are a community here, we're working with each other. First of all, submitted doesn't mean I'm done completely, because I'm not officially a doctor yet, because I still have to pass my Viva. It's just like the hardest part, not the hardest part, the most annoying and time-consuming part is done now. I've done writing it, it is out there, it's being read by the people who need to read it. And then I have to wait a certain amount of time before I do my oral examination, where I defend my thesis, argue with people about music, hopefully not very intensely, and then afterwards I can call myself a doctor. And also another thing about this video is that there's going to be bits of vlogs, bits of vloggery for you to watch. It's not just me talking here. So if you ever get tired of watching my talking head, this is your opportunity. Stay tuned. There will be other things to see. There will be changes of scenes, so don't worry. And if you're here for the very first time, I know it might feel like you're walking in on something important, but don't worry, you're always very welcome. You can start here, you can see other stuff on my channel as well. On this channel, I don't make a video telling you how to learn languages. What I do instead is I tell you how I do it. I show you how I do it through my streams and also videos, and then you can decide if it's helpful, and you can steal my methods if you think it works for you. And you know, I do hope that it is inherently somewhat interesting to watch as well. Maybe you like seeing me struggle, or maybe you like seeing me have moments of genius. That is completely up to you. I just hope that you enjoy your stay here while you're subscribed and while you have liked this video, which is very important. Like is more important, do that now. So I'm going to start by talking about how I've been spending my last week since I did my submission. It's actually, yeah, it's been a week. I submitted on Monday, and now it's Monday again. So I've been basically giving myself a holiday, which I feel like I've earned. But I've been doing lots of stuff as well, because that's how I live my life. That's the life of a workaholic. Holiday just means more work, but like different kinds of work. Namely, work on this little thing that we have going on here with you guys. That sounded weirdly sus. That should not have come out that way. Never mind. So the first thing I did was transcribe my podcast, because we recorded something like, I think, late August, early September. And then it took me like the full month to edit, because, you know, again, writing my PhD, and then didn't have the time to transcribe it even after I published it. So it is finally done. That took me like a few days as usual. It shouldn't, but sometimes it does. It is about hearing aids and like hearing loss, that kind of stuff, because we have a guest on who's an audiologist who works with people with hearing problems. It is a podcast in Cantonese, so if you understand that, go watch that and watch the subsequent clips that come out. If you don't understand Cantonese, start learning now. It is the time to do it. Anyway, back to language learning. So I've been doing various things. It is a bit hard to build my habit once again after like the previous period of focusing on the non-language stuff, my actual studies, because I used to have more of a routine. Like I think if you've seen my semi-viral video from years back, like I think that was a New Year's thing, I talked about like a pyramid kind of approach, like a food pyramid kind of thing. I would do different kinds of activities, language learning activities, at different frequencies. Some things I do every day, some things I do like occasionally. Like I would do my closed sentences every day back then. Now I still kind of do it, but like I put less time into that now, and rather because I sense that at my current levels in my languages, my needs and goals have sort of changed from back then. So I cut down on certain activities and I started more of different things. A great example is I use more flashcards now because in my Welsh, for example, I am starting to learn more targeted, thematic kind of vocabulary. So back then I would do more closed sentences and focus more on like general fluency, useful words and that kind of stuff. But now my learning mainly comes from one, my citizenship test. It's always hard word to say, citizenship test. If you're not caught up, the TLDR is I'm going to do my citizenship test in Welsh. Link to the video there. That's a very big video, very important on the journey of this channel. And I've been streaming myself studying that as well. So like that's very clear focus kind of thematic area. I need to learn about history, like legal things, society, politics, that kind of stuff. So I have a flashcard deck for that kind of vocabulary. Another source of learning is from my reading. So like what I do is I just try to read as much as possible. I've been reading my second Welsh book in a row. Not my second Welsh book overall, but second in a row. And then usually I don't like write too many notes. I just try to like enjoy the story. But once in a while when I see a certain phrase that I think really would help my Welsh, I write it down and then shove that in my flashcards, usually as a closed exercise as well, because I like that format. I think it works for me anyway. What I also still do every day is Duolingo. That's kind of like the start of my language learning day as well, because you know what, I'm still pretty tied to that streak. So I do it around midnight once a new day starts. I have a little stream clip about why I still use Duolingo. It's not that I like Duolingo in general, it's just that I like the course that I'm specifically doing. So I'm still doing that. I'm getting a lot out of that. I think that's kind of my message. Like, you need to evaluate whether something's working for you. If it's working, do more of it. If it's not working, stop doing it. And for me, that is currently working. So that's why I'm still doing it in Scottish Gaelic, and I'm making good progress actually. I don't even bother learning to speak. I don't even practice speaking, but just from accumulating this like sort of passive knowledge, I'm just dabbling. I can already say certain things. I know certain structures. I can even use that in the future at some point, I think. Now let's go on to some less app focused stuff, because I'm not a big learning languages through apps kind of person. I know people who love using the apps, like 10 million different language learning apps every day. I just don't do that. I like to really use my language in practical situations. For example, watching stuff. Yeah, you might know that for the new year, I'm still focusing on learning my two main target languages, Welsh and BSL. If you're not learning those, that's totally fine. I'm just talking about like how I learned them rather than what I learned in them. So you can still hopefully get something out of this. Thankfully, content is relatively easy to access in these languages. There's not loads of them out there. I mean, the BSL TV service has recently rebranded to Lumo TV, and then they made some new content. There's like a new structure or whatever. But anyway, there's stuff out there. Once in a while, I put something on when I'm like in a cafe, and I watch something and I enjoy it. Hopefully, my understanding is going up slowly. I'm making some progress. I'm still struggling a little bit. That's still going to be my biggest enemy in British Sign Language. As for Welsh, I think it's sort of taking a secondary position in my learning now, because I feel like I've passed my B2 test. My exam vlog is coming out after this one, so like I'm gonna point now, but at some point there's going to be a vlog of me doing the exam. So I've passed the exam, and I feel like I've gone through the main hurdle. Like at this point, I mean, it's not like it goes down, but like it's just a long grind of slowly improving my fluency and broaden my vocabulary, hence the reading. So I just casually watch some interesting things. I'm still gonna continue moaning about like the Welsh television always expiring, because I watch really slowly and I keep missing things that I want to watch. I just go on, I click the link, and then bam, it's gone. It has expired. Another thing I was watching was the first high-end TV show in Scottish Gaelic, which is called The Island and Chillin'. It's really good. Love the story. Love the main character. She's so incredibly gorgeous. I thought that was worth mentioning. It might be appealing to some of you guys out there. Also, the fun thing, I think I mentioned it on stream, but anyway, the fun thing about this show is because I watch like one episode every few months, I'm that bad. I'm that bad at watching TV. So like every time I watch a new episode, my understanding of Gaelic has gone up a little bit. So I can somehow just understand some of it now. But like I still need my subtitles. Anyway, watching stuff, reading. The third pillar that is in my current language learning regime is is that the word? Regimen. Yes, that's the word. Sorry, not regime. This is not Rhapsody in Politics. Leave that for the streams. Come to streams to politics. Regimen is so actually communicating with people. Like I've mentioned my language exchange event like millions of times. I don't always get something out of that, but I'm starting my new British Sign Language course in. I started it last week, so it is going on now. I meet new people. We use it every week. It's kind of more intense than before, and we still have our sign language social every month, and I really enjoy it. Like, I sometimes feel bad because there are some people, especially from my uni, who are beginners, and I really appreciate that they're there, and I want to like help them along. But at the same time, my main purpose there, my main goal is to practice signing. So I insist that I turn my voice off and only sign throughout the 3 hours. But yeah, I get to talk to my friends, I get to meet new friends. So it's one of my favorite things to go to, and I think it is very valuable that I get to do that sometimes, because otherwise I don't know how else I would get to use some of my languages. Which brings us to lessons, like private lessons. I'm not doing them as much as I should, partly because my finances are a bit tighter. This summer has sort of wrecked it. I mainly teach, with lots of students going on holiday, that kind of stuff. And also, like, my big baby viral video is not raking in as much as it used to. I mean, that's just natural. So I've been doing my lessons less, even though I really think I should do that. And I'm probably just lazy, to be honest. I'm blaming all kinds of things, but it takes effort, it takes dedication to go and schedule a lesson and actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have to try out some teachers as well. But I do absolutely want to like do a lesson in like all of my languages once in a while. The newer ones, like even Gaelic. I enjoyed my lesson with Daniel during my italki video. Like, I don't not want to continue, but it's like I just can't bring myself to do it. And I want to like practice my older languages as well, like my French and German. I want to get better at them. I might stream them at some point just to like improve my existing languages. But I think what I'm gonna do is I want to have a more self-directed kind of practice, because rather than go and have a chit chat, have them like ask me things, because that sort of sometimes devolves into like very repetitive topics, and I know that happens because it has happened with my one-to-one Welsh lessons. It has happened with my teaching occasionally. So I'm hoping to do some more self-directed stuff where I would bring a topic, do some background research, read up on it, and then prepare some talking points and then discuss it with my teacher. For example, I think I've seen people talk about AI a lot. I'm just really tired of the whole thing, so I might not do that one. But you know, that kind of stuff, and that sort of involves reading as well, reading, listening, you know, just research skills, which is kind of slightly different in different languages, like how you process information, how information might be presented in written form. So this is me getting myself accountability. I want to do that. So now that it's out there, I think I might get more motivation to do it. And another way to motivate me, if you would like to do so, is to support me by becoming a patron or joining the channel membership or giving me a tip on a tip jar, anything. Obviously, that's going to really help me do the classes as well, because as I said, it's sort of like I have to sacrifice some things to pay for those classes. That's part of why I'm not doing it. So that's a plug. If you like what I do, definitely consider the various ways of supporting me. So finally, yeah, I think that is my update. I will take, I want to take the next 2 days off, but I don't really have a choice because I have classes to go to. I don't know why I have so many students to teach on my birthday, but you know what, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I will try to enjoy my birthday. I haven't got anything planned. Last year I did a stream. This year I don't know. I will find something to do. I took my housemates to Yumcha today. That was really fun. That was sort of like the early celebration. So yeah, what about you? Did you take any time off like I did? No, time off in quotes. How's your language learning going? Like, are you doing anything in particular? More importantly, are you changing, adjusting, and optimizing your language learning regimen? That's kind of important. That's kind of like the core message of my channel. So if you're not, do you think you should? Is what you're doing working for you? Please let me know in the comments. I want to like talk to you guys because I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'll let you know if I end up studying harder or like if I end up taking more time off. That's it, you know. Support me, buy me a birthday gift. That's if you want to. No pressure. Various links below. And I'll see you next one and probably in the streams as well. Bye.